The Berean Pulpit welcomes you from my study in Hillsboro, Missouri.
Hello, this is Brother Oates. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. The phrase above all does not mean that this part of the armor is more important than the other pieces of the armor. It simply means in addition to or above everything else. Taking. The verb taking, much different than the verb in verse 14, having. Verse 14 says, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. But verse 16, the verb is taking. The verb having implies that once you put this part of the armor on, you never take it off. You just keep it on. You have it on all the time. But taking is when you reach for something, you take it. Taking the shield. The Roman shield was a full body shield that would protect him against the onslaught of the enemy. Taking the shield. God said to Abraham in Genesis chapter 15 and verse number 1, "Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield." Wow. Imagine a shield that is God. In Psalms chapter number 18 and verse number 30, as for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler or shield to all those that trust in him. That's why it's called the shield of faith. Faith is trust, trusting in God. In Hebrews chapter 11 and verse number 6, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. In 1 John chapter number 5 and verse number 4, for whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. What is faith? Faith is just as good as its object. Faith is trusting that what God says is true. But it's a little more than that even. In James chapter 2 and verse number 26, you know this verse, faith without works is what? Dead. So not only is faith trusting in what God says is true, but faith then means acting upon what God has said is true. Living your faith. Wherewith, verse 16 says, ye shall be able. I love those words. Ye shall be able. Not might be, not may be, not hope you'll be. Ye shall be able. What a promise. To quench. Not only does a shield blunt the impact of the assault, but the assault sometimes were arrows, but not just arrows, they were flaming arrows or darts. And the Bible says quench. So not only does a shield blunt the impact of these darts, but they banish the flames. Thank God for a shield of faith. These darts, flaming darts, darts of doubt, darts of despair, darts of distrust, darts of dissatisfaction, and on I could go. The shield of faith stood up against these flaming darts is essential. And the darts are of the wicked. These Roman soldiers would not only fight with a shield that would protect their body, but they would file in rank and they would proceed in battle shoulder to shoulder, so that when one would place his shield in the ground and crouch behind it, the next soldier to his side would do the same. And now the shield of faith has become shields or a wall of faith. Did you know that your faith is stronger when you're around another person, a believer of faith? So not only does the shield of faith blunt the impact and banish the flames, but banded together, they are essential. I have witnessed people coming to the end of their life with sometimes regrets, but I have never, ever, not once, seen someone come to the end of their life and regret that they trusted in what God said was true and then acted upon it, lived it, and neither will you. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Bereans, search the Scriptures. God bless you.